Hi, Miss Ratliffe. It's so nice. Thank you so much for jumping on Zoom today. I'm Miss Goto. I'm Jay's English teacher.
Oh, hi, Miss Goto. So nice of you to call. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for responding so quickly to my email. We're here today to talk about Jay, but first I wanted to just get a little more background, hear about Jay at home, and really what's your relationship with Jay? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Jay is my grandson,
Mm,
and his mother recently had a pretty severe stroke,
okay.
unfortunately,
Mm,
and is not able to care for him. So Jay came to live with my husband and I about 3 or 4 months ago, and
okay.
he's been having a rough time of it. I think
Mm-hmm.
his mom's stroke was hard for him. And also, he had to leave all his friends
Mm,
and make new friends here, which is hard for a white kid from Chicago to come to Hawaii and make new friends in
mm-hmm.
10th grade. So
Mm-hmm.
he's okay. He is making a few friends, but he's struggling a bit.
Hmm. So what I think I'm hearing you say is Jay's kind of new in town, which we know, but he's completely new to Hawaii, right? He's having some trouble with his friends, if I'm hearing correctly, and um, his mom recently had a stroke.
That's
Okay,
right.
great. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I didn't know that his mom had a stroke, and that's how he kind of ended up with you folks. In light of that, I think one of the things that we can discuss is let me give you some information that we have on our counseling center because I think it would be really great for Jay to come in. You could also come in with him, or I can take him over there if he feels comfortable with that, so that we can kind of get him first off the services that he needs. How does that sound?
It sounds good to me. I'll talk with Jay about it and see if it's something that he's interested in. I think he could benefit from it, but he has to want to do it to
Is
benefit.
we're really concerned about Jay's attendance. He's been having a hard time. He's been tardy and also absent a lot of the times for some of his classes. I noticed it in my English class. I noticed that he was also doing that in some other classes. And so we're just really concerned and we want to give him the best support possible. Have you known that he's been tardy or not been showing up to class?
Yes, we got a call from the police when he'd been here for about 3 weeks, and they caught
Mm,
him truant on the golf course. He likes golf. And we found that he had not even attended one day of school since he'd been here. He'd been going
mm,
out every morning. I thought he was going to school, and my husband and I are going to work. We have no idea if he actually gets there or not. And
mhm,
I figured that he probably had been missing some days. My husband saw him at Sandy Beach the other day. My husband is a nurse, so he works odd hours.
mm,
And I
mhm.
saw Jay on the beach on a school day and then questioned him later, saying, Jay, how was school today? And Jay talked up a really good story. My husband said he almost believed him. And then he said, Jay, I saw you on the beach. I was there. And Jay just,
Mm.
face just fell, caught.
Wow. It sounds like there's also a lot going on at home, and maybe this is something that we can kind of support him with school with. He's doing really well in his assignments. Like for my class, he wrote a wonderful paper on heavy metal. He was really interested, engaged. He did a great job doing the research. So it's really not the assignments that I think he's having trouble with. I think maybe he might just be bored in class or with everything going on at home, being in a new place. He just hasn't really found his niche yet. And so he's skipping class or not coming at all. So one of the first steps I think that we can take together is perhaps setting up a system so that you know when he's coming to school and when he's not, and even when he's tardy for classes. So we can actually give you folks a call, and that would be a really great first step, I think. What do you think about that?
That would be really helpful. We're actually setting up a behavioral plan for him at home that has to do with his school attendance. And we just really need to know when he's there or not. So that would be so helpful.
Okay, great. And I think another step that we can do with Jay is just setting up a plan so that he's really clear on what assignments he should be doing and when. He's really not having a trouble in terms of the content within the assignments, but just so that he kind of has a clearer schedule here at school, I think would really help and complement what you're going to be doing at home with his behavioral plan. How does that sound?
That sounds great. I think it's up to Jay whether he does the school assignments or not. He's 15,
Mm-hmm.
but I can put a list of them next to the behavioral plan on the refrigerator so that they're right there in his face and he can see it. And that might help. We'll see.
Okay, great. So once we sit down with Jay and kind of have that conversation, I'll send it over to you. And I think maybe in 2 weeks, we should recheck in, see how the calls are going, see how he's doing with his assignments. And then we can also check in with his behavioral things at home. How does that sound for you?
That sounds really helpful. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So I'll email you and then you can give me your contact info so that we can get the right phone number and things on record. And we'll talk in 2 weeks.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ms. Goto. It was really nice to
Okay,
meet you.
great. Nice meeting you too. Thanks. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.